Hi, this is Jeannie, and I'm back for the spoiler review of the movie Knives Out. So, um, I saw Knives Out yesterday, and it was entertaining. I really liked it, essentially because of the characters, and also the actors that are playing those characters. They're really good. It's like having the cream of the crop in one movie. I wonder how they did it, having all those good actors in one movie. Tony Collette, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Chris Evans, Daniel Craig, Christopher Plummer. So that was a feat in itself, and that's the thing I liked about the movie. What I didn't like about the movie is that we already know who the bad guy is. I mean, they announced it essentially in the press tour when they said, "Oh, Chris Evans, Captain America, is going to play a bad guy." So that's it. That's the foreshadowing. It's like, oh, okay, so we know he's going to be the bad guy here, and which is kind of obvious. And there was a lot of foreshadowing in the film, like when Grandma said, "Oh, I saw my grandson, and he's back." So that was foreshadowing, and yeah, and basically saying that he was the bad sheep in the family, and the argument that he had with his grandfather in that movie. So yeah, we know who the bad guy is, and there was just so many clues. And I mean, Chris Evans is a great guy for sure, but as an evil guy, I don't think he knows how to play evil characters. He can he he's just maybe he's typecast already, which is usually what happens with actors when they play a role. And he's just a good guy, and I know he relished the idea of playing a bad guy, but he does not know how to play a good evil character. It's not that he can't act. He's a good actor, but you just really have to be evil in your bones and stuff like that, and he doesn't have that evil in his bones. There's a bad guy there in the movie, or not in the movie, but the supposed bad guy too was Michael Shannon, and Michael Shannon played a villain in Superman, General Zod, and that he was really good at that. He was really evil, and I think for actors, they just really have to delve deep into their mean spiritedness or meanness. And I think Chris Evans just doesn't have an evil bone in his body. So he can't really play a good evil character really convincingly. And we know that he's just playing an evil character. And he looks like he had fun playing an evil character, but he can't play a good evil character. He just can't. Which is, for an actor, I guess, not that good. I think, I don't know, but I'm not saying he's a really good actor, but yeah, he can't play evil. And so another thing that really didn't really fit with this movie was talking about immigrants, because the supposed suspect, who didn't turn out to be the suspect, was an immigrant, and didn't really it wasn't, I don't know, it's just a murder mystery. But if they remove that component that the suspect was an immigrant, it doesn't really add much to it, except to put it in today's current political context, or to make it current or relatable. But it just didn't, it seemed like it was just added in just to make it current. I can't really explain it, so sorry about that. That's my notes. Yeah, and when Don Johnson's character quoted Alexander, or Hamilton, he said, "Immigrants, we get it done," or "we get the job done," or something like that. It just didn't, like, it felt strange and odd to add that line in, because it was like, yeah, it wasn't really necessary. And I think that's the thing about this movie, is that is it's a murder mystery slash dysfunctional family movie that wants to be something else, that wants to be relevant. I mean, current. And it's just, it doesn't work because yeah, as I said, they added the dialogue when the family, I think Toni Collette's character was pro-immigration, and then Don Johnson's character was like anti-immigration and stuff like that. And it was like, I know that's a discussion that families right now in the US they're having. Americans are having that discussion, I'm sure, in their during their Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sure it came up, but then it just didn't really resonate with me. I'm an immigrant, and like I'm like, oh, okay, that doesn't seem necessary to add that in the film. And as I said, I don't know what the writer and director's purpose was for adding that, but it was unnecessary. I just really wanted to watch the film and have fun, you know. And another thing about the movie is that there's a lot of foreshadowing in the movie. We already know, or I sort of knew already, that when Chris Evans was gonna stab the suspect, it was going to be a retractable blade, because they someone mentioned it in the film, like, oh, he uses a lot of fake props, or the Christopher Plummer's character, which was the one that committed suicide, he uses a lot of fake props and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, so that's foreshadowing already. So yeah, I said, oh, okay, I don't think he could have stabbed her, because I think that's a fake knife. And I knew that, but I'm like, maybe there's a twist, maybe it really is a real knife, but they didn't go there. And yeah, what I loved about the film is Daniel Craig. He really plays that. I didn't know that he could do comedy, and he has like a sense of humor and a comedic timing. That's really great for an actor, and I love that he did a southern accent this time, aside from his original British brogue or accent. So he's really great in the film, and I didn't see him as James Bond in the film. I just saw him as this private investigator who was like, he was like playing a different character. And unfortunately for Chris Evans, he just plays Chris Evans playing evil, which, yeah, but he's great. I mean, he's a great guy, but as I said, he can't play evil because he probably doesn't have a mean bone in his body. So yeah, but Daniel Craig, he was one of the characters, or his character was one of my favorites in the film, because he was just engaging, and he didn't play Daniel Craig. He played someone else. He played the character. And another character that I liked was Toni Collette's character, the hippie, free-spirited member of the family, and she really played it well as well. She was like funny in the film. And another one that was great was Don Johnson, and he wasn't unlikable. I mean, even if he did unlikable things, and I guess he has that Chris Evans problem as well. I don't think Don Johnson can play evil as well. He's probably a good guy in person as well. So yeah, there's just certain actors that they don't know how to channel into their evil or mean spirit or mean-spiritedness, or that they just don't have an evil bone in their body. So yeah, I don't know if that has something to do with acting, or just you just have to draw it out from somewhere, and they don't. So Don Johnson, although his character was, you would say, reprehensible for the things that he did, you know, the things he's been saying that are politically incorrect, but he just doesn't. He's a likable, not likable character. You know what I mean? So, and I really love Jamie Lee Curtis as well. She's always one of those actresses that she's just, I don't know, she plays likable. She plays likable characters, and I like her character here. And yeah, I think that's my spoiler review of the movie Knives Out. It's really fun. It was fun, and I've never seen a murder mystery where I'm just engaged from this. I haven't seen a murder mystery in a long time where you're just engaged from scene one until the very last scene. But it was very predictable for me, and especially the press saying like, "Oh, Chris Evans is gonna play a bad guy," so we already know. Oh, so he's the bad guy in this film. And if you're making a murder mystery, don't give hints, because as a viewer, I want to be able to come in and watch a movie and not have any clue what's going to happen next. And I think the weak part of the film, is that there's really no twist. There should have been more of a twist, but I guess that was just the story, I guess. So yeah, so this is it. That's my spoiler review of the movie Knives Out. It's worth watching. It's really entertaining, and the characters are great. And hopefully they make more movies where they hire good actors and in an ensemble cast, and just have fun making a film. And it was really I loved it mainly because of the characters and the actors that were in it, and not really necessarily for the murder mystery part, because there was a supposed murder part, but there's no mystery part. So yeah, so do watch it, and it's great. It's a great film. Not great, but it's a good, entertaining film. Thank you. Thanks very much. Hi, I'm also an author on Amazon Kindle, so do check out my book, Love in the Time of the Trump Era, book 1. I also have book 2 that's coming out in 2 weeks, sometime in December, so I will make an announcement as well. Do check it out on Amazon.com. I'm on Kindle Unlimited, so it's free for Kindle Unlimited, and you can buy my ebook, my book, book 1, Love in the Time of the Trump Era. It's available on Amazon Kindle. And thank you very much. Hope you check it out.